Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our review of Dewey Wins, Steven Universe Season 5, Episode 5.
The first episode in how many months?
6 months, but almost 6 months.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Right off the bat, Steven's back home. He has a falling out with Connie, as we saw in the New York Comic Con trailer. You know, she's very upset that he just turned himself into Homeworld, and Steven just kind of brushes it off. He's like, okay, fine, don't give me the praise I deserve. And he finds out that people are pretty mad at the abductions and that Mayor Dewey did nothing about it. So Nana Wow runs against him, and this is the first time Dewey has ever been opposed, and it does not end well for him or Steven.
No.
So, initial impressions, guys. Because I could go on and on about this episode for a bit.
It was okay.
Was that Tom?
It was okay.
No. Yeah, honestly, I liked it. I thought it was a good introduction back into it. I was kind of peeved at how Connie reacted until you guys kind of explained it to me. I kind of saw it from her side. But I'm still a little peeved about how she reacted.
Let's talk about why.
Well, I don't know. I feel like Steve was just trying to save her and everybody else. And also, she's like an 11-year-old. Why would she want to, like, risk her life? But that's just my thoughts and opinions. I don't know.
Isn't she like 13 by now?
She'd be 13 by now.
Because she said 12 3/4 at Steven's birthday, which that was like a while ago at this point.
What if Rebecca's like, no, they're 20? No.
Yeah, Connie graduated school a long time ago.
All the jokes landed for me. I love Mayor Dewey as a character. He's funny.
Oh my god, Mayor Dewey. So, the status quo dramatically changes in these episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Mayor Dewey's no longer mayor.
No, not by the end of it.
Oh god,
Boy, Dewey.
Is that the episode called Mayor Dewey? Or?
The episode's called Dewey Wins.
Oh, it's so ironic.
Yeah, I was saying for a while it was like a reference to Dewey defeats Truman from like a long time ago. We're at the exact year top of my head.
The ancient past.
I don't know dates.
I don't know. I feel like
I've never been on one.
we're lonely here at the Roundtable.
Oh lord. But yeah, no, I get where Connie's coming from because, you know, Steven said, you know, whatever we do, we're gonna do it together. And then like when shit hits the fan, he's like, oh god, Mom, bye Connie.
But I feel like for a split second, she could have been like, oh, you're alive. She's just like, oh, you're back. Like, oh, you survived.
I mean,
I
it
didn't
seems
that.
like there was stuff we didn't see on screen.
That's true.
No, okay, yeah, so
That's a little.
that's
weird.
actually something I kind of want to talk about.
Like
I was thinking about that during.
everything was just kind of fine when they were in the temple, and then they leave, and now Connie's just like, all right, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
Like that, there was no indication prior to this.
Well, actually, if you look at the end of Lars's head, like when it shows with the group shot, like everyone's like, you know, kind of shocked to see Steven, but Connie, like, she doesn't really like have an initial reaction. Like her mouth's open, but she's not like crying or anything.
Yeah.
And she's like the last one to run up to him.
Yeah. I guess I saw it coming. As for the bulk of the episode, I don't want to say her name wrong yet, but Nanafue. Nanafue, yeah, she's the best. She's the best part of this episode. She steals it.
She's one of my favorite townies.
No, yeah, she's great. I love how they keep consistent with the fact that there's only like 10 people in the town.
Yeah,
There's a joke
it only
where
has 12 views on TubeTube. 12 views? That's half the town.
That line killed me. So yeah, overall.
We need some extras. Just put some storyboarders in there.
Yeah, Ian Jones Cordy appeared, and I actually got him like.
I was like, is
close-up.
that Ian? Or,
yeah. He's appeared multiple times throughout the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just seeing where Connie's coming from, like I definitely get that, and like you know, Lion was also mad, and it goes to something they're talking about recently on the podcast this week on the official Seniors podcast that Connie has a stronger connection to Lion than Steven does.
I think that's kind of bogus.
Why?
That makes me mad.
Why?
Cause like Lion is Steven's. When did Lion become Connie's?
A bit, and like Lion.
If I was Steven and I had like a magical lion and some girl like took it from me, I'd be mad.
Just some girl.
Yeah.
Not my best friend, just some girl.
I don't know. He cured her blindness, man. Connie owes him.
Girls are a lion sink.
Back to the episode.
Man, that joke
But no, something I wanted to talk about that you know I didn't really vibe with is the opening. Like Steven reacts with the jump that enlarges his head, but like they skip over the actual reunion. Like it just cuts him walking Connie home. It's like okay, let's not actually watch him reunite with his family.
Yeah.
Like what? Like he was on like. Him coming back was so important.
Yeah.
And like we don't really know like what he told the gems or anything. Like did he tell them like what happened on Homeworld? We didn't really see their reactions to it. Like, and I feel
it seems like a cop out kind of. Like they just kind of
like do the gems know about like what happened at the trial that like Zircon accused one of the diamonds of shattering Pink Diamond? Yeah. Do they know about the off colors to know that like Lars is pink now? Because you know Steven was kind of explaining it to Connie when he was walking her out, but then it's like, so he didn't tell the gems? Like, I get that Steven's the kind of person to like not fool people in on things that happen. Like Peridot didn't know that Jasper and Lapis was used in the ocean until Super Mario Island, which I didn't get because how did Peridot just not mention that the entire time?
Yeah, no, that's
but this is one of the situations where it's like that. It's the difference between like being consistent with his character and bad writing. And you know, like for as much as I enjoyed this episode, that was just the one thing they could have added to make it like just a bit better.
Makes
it's not
sense.
it's not like, oh, okay, this ruins the entire show, but it's like, are you saying the Gems didn't ask about Steve?
Wait. Are you criticizing the show?
Am I?
We're losing subscribers.
I'm a fake fan.
No. I feel like especially like just the gap we had in time probably affected it. I wonder what it's going to be like in a rewatch when it cuts from that episode to this episode.
Jarring still?
Yeah, still like I wonder if it'll be more jarring.
I mean, they were in that house for 6 months.
Yeah, they got pretty close. Overall, it was a good introduction back into it.
Yeah. Nana Flau, her speech at the end.
Yeah, no,
where
that's great.
Dewey was like, "Why are you all blaming me?" Basically.
The moment when he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I gotta find a new job, and then he just walks away. And I'm like, that's it? That's how they end his character?
Yeah, but no, like Nana Flau's speech about like, you're right. We shouldn't not just blame the mayor. We should blame all of ourselves. We're like one big like unified thing. Like just everything about that was really good. The art and animations episode, it was animated by Rough Draft, the less favorable of the studios. So you know, like the art was like somewhat not bad.
I liked it.
It was just kind of like a bit janky at some scenes, but
I didn't
overall,
think it was bad.
Yeah, I like the hands.
no, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying it was just a bit janky.
I get
like
that.
overall, it was. I think it's an improvement of what we had before with Rough Draft. Something that I noticed was the scene where Steven texts Connie.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Can't hang out today." It was like, buddy,
Yeah.
I don't think you're on the grounds to say that.
Yeah, that was too much. I don't know. Steven's never talked to a girl.
Yep, just never in the series. It's
Nope.
not like he lives with women or anything.
Genders don't pertain
I
to
wouldn't even
Gems.
say that. I think he's just kind of socially isolated.
Oh, definitely.
It's like he didn't go to school or anything, and like Connie's like the first person his age that he's actually interacted with, as far as we know.
True.
But I still feel like at this point you should have a better grasp on his social skills.
I mean, he's friends with everyone in the town, though.
Like in the world of the show.
That's a bit of a different relationship, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like in the world of the show, it's like it's been like 2-3 years since like the very first episode in the world of the show. So that's like 2 or 3 years he's been friends with Connie. So he should have like a grasp on this by now. And it's not like he'd never talked to the townies before he met Connie. Like they established he was already like friendly with all the townies. So it's just, all around it was just kind of like.
But he wasn't texting them like, "Hey, you want to hang out today, Steven? Oh, sorry, I can't." Like it was a little different than that.
Well, we see him texting them in Onion Gang. He was like texting everyone, and like Lars has like 3 phones. He went through like 3 phones or contacts. But
Steven has a really bad phone, and it bothers me. He deserves a better phone.
he doesn't have a bad phone.
Looks off-brand.
It's a fictional world. But were you acting like we're expecting an Apple logo?
Carly had a pear phone. No, I don't know. Either way, it was a good introduction back into the series, and I liked Steven getting angry because it's usually like he's always like happy no matter what, and that kind of felt fake to me. But now he's like actually getting like emotional and angry, and I'm like, oh, I like this. This is a good.
Yeah, and his voice is deeper.
His voice is deeper. Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. I hope. I mean, I feel like it's really necessary though, because like literally like a season ago, he'd be like, "No," and it's like my ears, ow. But
But literally like a season, like the first season, he was like, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
yeah, it was like deep, then it went up. Now it's like deeper again.
Eventually, by season 8, it's gonna be
Fury.
Zach Hallison's voice. Just normally.
That's what I want. That's the end game.
I mean, that was when he like grew.
Yeah,
just
that was basically just Zach's voice.
Yeah.
with like a little bit of tweaking maybe.
But no, I feel really bad for Steven because, and this is a trend that continues throughout the episodes. You know, throughout like the last season, he failed to heal Jasper and help Jasper. He didn't help Eyeball. He got tricked by Navy. You know, he almost helped Topaz. Like, you know, followed her heart, but then Aquamarine sabotaged that. He didn't get through Aquamarine. You know, the entire trial, he failed to like protect Lars because Lars died and then came back to life.
Yeah.
But now he's stuck on Homeworld, and now like even Mayor Dewey gave up on him.
Yeah.
And like Steven's like, oh, this is how Connie feels, betrayed, and like.
Yeah. Overacting.
Yeah. I mean, in the context of Mayor Dewey, I feel like it's kind of you're getting a little too invested in someone else's business at that point because it's not your campaign.
Yeah.
Like you're just helping this guy out of the goodness of your heart, and then he's like, you know what, it's not worth it, and then you're upset because you were invested in it. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't know.
Steven, and you can tell he's also, like, just trying to distract himself from everything by, like, working so hard with Mayor Dewey. But, again, like, I feel for him at the end where he's like, you know, we were just supposed to be, like, our thing. Like, I was supposed to help you. And Dewey, and he's like, this is how Connie feels. And Dewey's just like you said earlier, he's like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. I need a job now.
That was just funny.
Yeah, and he just walks away. And then the episode ends with Steven looking at the, you know, the frame of Connie and trying to call her. She's not answering his phone. You know, he really messed up. And, you know, I really relate to that. Like, I was getting flashbacks. I was getting teary-eyed. I was like, oh, okay, well, this show's gonna, where's the tub of ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a very emotional stretch of episodes.
Yeah. And, you know, they say, like, they like to do reaction episodes after a major arc. And I'm like, you know, Full Disclosure was a reaction to, like, Jailbreak and everything. A Storm in the Room was a reaction to the Zoo arc. But, like, really, like, all these episodes are a reaction to everything that just happened. And it shows, like, the magnitude and gravity situation where...
It's an arc in and of itself.
Yeah, where, like, they have to have, like, 6 episodes dedicated to just reacting to it. And this is just, like, the first step. And I really enjoyed it because it was really continued the trend that was started last season of, like, having the Beach City episodes and the gym episodes kind of, like, intersect. Because, you know, all the rise and Nanofile running was all because of the abductions and Dewey doing nothing about it. And something else I want to touch on that we overlooked was the scene with Lars's parents. Mm-hmm. You know, like, Steven told Sadie, she freaked out. She was like, Lars is still in space. And she's like, did you tell his parents? And he was like, you're the practice run. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Okay, buddy.
That's a lot for a kid to do.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, like, and I'm really sad we didn't actually see him, like, tell them. Like, I was expecting that.
Yeah.
But,
I just kind of assumed that Sadie told them, and he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, she kind of did in the crowd. She's like, what about Lars?
No, yeah, and I want to talk about how Dewey... And I think, like, Dewey's downfall, like, the moment it was over for him, was when Sadie was like, what about Lars? He was like, the donut boy? I'll get you a new one. And, like, she goes off on him and, like...
And Steven was like, no, that was the wrong thing to say.
When she's yelling and she's like, what about Lars? Like, you can't even remember, like, the people who live in your town. Like, you're an awful mayor. And, like, Lars's mom, Martha, starts crying, and his dad is just trying to comfort her. I was like, oh my God. Like, I literally, like, not cringed, but I, like...
Yeah.
It was a yikes moment.
It wasn't good.
But it just goes to show, like, the writing in the show was really good.
These politicians.
Lars's parents. I really feel bad for them. But, again, I just wish we saw Steven or whoever, like, tell them, like, you know, Lars is in space. Like, that's a reaction I feel like we need to see, especially, you know, Lars is...
They kind of danced around that.
Yeah.
They didn't mention that in the entire arc, really.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, and, like, that's something I am just kind of, like, I don't know, like, that's another thing with, like, the reunion and, like, just... We need more, like, actual season conversation to me, because, you know, so... It feels more realistic, like... And I'm not saying these character interactions weren't realistic. So like I said, like the Connie thing, that very much mirrors like a real experience, you know, I've gone through. By not showing like Steven telling Lars's parents, it's like, yeah, that's a really hard thing to do. But I'm sure there are, you know, maybe not just kids, but there are people out there who have to like inform their friends' parents, like, hey, something really bad happened. Mm-hmm. So them not following through with that was just kind of, I didn't really like that. No. But I did like the episode overall.
Good introduction.
Yeah. Good. It was a good like follow up on things. I think people who waited like 6 months for those episodes and just went like, okay, they better blow us away without realizing, hey, we just had these really big string of episodes. Yeah. Then you may be disappointed, but I loved it.
They didn't make these episodes thinking like, oh, we're gonna have a 6-month hiatus.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be a comeback. They just made the episodes in order, and then this is how Cartoon Network decides to distribute them.
Yeah. But as always, these are just our thoughts, and we want to hear yours. So please drop them in the comments below, or you can tweet your thoughts directly to us at AwestruckVox. It's RetroNemo and TommyPQM. If you enjoyed this video, please sure to like, share it with your friends, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. We also have a Discord, official Amino app, and Patreon. Links to everything in the description below. And hey, we also have a yellow diamond and blue diamond t-shirt available in our Teespring. Hit that bell for notifications so you never miss a video from the Roundtable. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And AwestruckVox,
RetroNemo,
and Tom,
signing out.